So, like, what are some things like in terms of like the business side of the influencer economy and like YouTube and all that? What are some things that you think the average person doesn't fully understand about the business side of YouTube?
Yeah, so it's a lot of like contracts, when brands reach out to you for a sponsorship, it's not just like you're talking about like, "Oh, I really love LaCroix sparkling water," or whatever, like it's a lot of back and forth. Like, "Oh, you have an idea, well, they don't like that." So then you have to like pitch another idea, and like it's like basically working like with clients, like if you're a content creator, a freelancer doing videography or photography, like there's still a lot of back and forth, a lot of contracts, a lot of pitching to them, hoping that you'll land the sponsorship, and sometimes you don't. Like sometimes, I mean, I remember these YouTubers that I worked with, they were like so excited, like, yes, I landed this deal, like I'm going to get this much money, and then it wouldn't go through. And they had planned that income like into their like lifestyle. And so seeing that, it was, a lot of people think that they're constantly getting brand deals all the time, but sometimes it's like you never know what months are going to be good or bad. And I mean, obviously this is like in the beginning of before you have like million subscribers, but um yeah, I mean, a lot of that goes into it, just like pitching yourself. It's like a constant sales pitch.
Hmm.
It's not just like posting for the gram and like looking cute. You're like, I mean, some people have the benefit of that, but no, I mean, I remember when I worked for Strawberry17, we did a lot of large productions. I mean, she hired like a videographer, like a whole production team, gaffers, like when we were doing just like very high quality content. And it was a lot of money that these YouTubers had to put out of their pocket in hopes to like, we're going to make quality content. Hopefully this makes our channel grow. So yeah, it's just a lot of planning, a lot of no sleep. I mean, editing videos nonstop, especially when you get to that point where you're making graphics, you have an entire like brand for your channel, and it's not like you can mess up. Like for me, there's been moments not too long ago, I actually uploaded a video on my YouTube channel and I missed the first half, like the intro of my video, but it somehow still worked. Like, because people commented on the video, they really enjoyed it. But I was like, oh my God, the first like 2 minutes are missing. How did I not export that part of the video? And, with YouTubers who make this their living full time, like those mistakes can't be made. I mean, people notice it, and they're pointed out very easily, their mistakes. So I think a lot of the times people don't see that side of it, like all the negativity too, like all the things that they have to deal with, with the haters.
Yeah. And you mentioned how, like, when you were at Clever Media, you kind of see some of those emails in relation to the business side. It's like, what were you doing at Clever at that time?
Okay, well, for more so, that was like when I was working for Joey, seeing those emails because I was like his
That's fair.
assistant. But with Clever, I didn't never really looked at like all the sponsorships and stuff like that. But it was a lot of like back and forth of correcting scripts, the host having to come up with like their scripts, and then making sure that like they set everything right on camera, because it was like batching content, but it was like real-time content, so they had to do it fast. It was like if something, if like a celebrity died and they had to report on it really quick, it wasn't like they could take their time on it like a lot of the YouTubers can with some content, because this was content that was like news, you wanted to put it out as fast as you can. So it was like just writing a lot of scripts for them. So that's what I did. Like I helped them constantly be researching to see what's going on in the entertainment Hollywood world, and then writing the scripts. Sometimes, like if I was helping the editor, like cutting up the interviews, things like that.
Hmm. And then, so when you ended up working for Joey, I'm assuming that was kind of through Strawberry17, like, because they were good friends, right? So is that how you landed that position?
It was, yeah. So right after college, God, I graduated in the worst time just because it was, I don't know, it was during like Christmas. I was a winter graduate, and I remember being like, nobody's gonna hire like right before Christmas. And I actually started working for Megan first, helping her out with her content, but it was more freelancing. So she's like, I don't think I can't pay you forever, and like I can't make this happen. So like I have my friend, like he's looking for an assistant, and so yeah, I got connected because of Megan, and then I started just working for him. I only lasted a few months with him. Love you, Joey, if you're listening to this. But it was like my first job out of college, and I was still trying to like find myself. And being an assistant, you don't get paid like a lot. I mean, it was good, but it wasn't, I wanted a job that would allow me to get my foot into the door in like television. Also, even though it's not, by the way, working in Hollywood, you don't make a lot of money, especially as an assistant. I learned that really quick. Maybe I got like $300 more, but at least I was like, it was more structured. And I think that being an assistant, it was almost like being a freelancer where I had to learn how to use my time wisely, not being told what to do, but being the one to like step up and be like, hey, Joey, like I need this, this, and that. And I feel like I mean, what do you need? Like, I can do this for you. Like, like me being the boss, basically, like that was my role as an assistant. And I don't think that I knew how to do that right away. Like I wasn't like a horrible worker, but there was still a lot of stuff that I had to figure out. And I learned so much. I mean, not only did I learn the YouTube side, but like I learned the business side because I had to like set up his like LLC and like work with his accountant and his lawyer and like all of that stuff, all the behind the scenes of paperwork. Like I had to go through all that, and then helping out with his like short films. And then, oh my God, VidCon, like the PR side of it, like almost being his like bodyguard. That was like, that's, to this day, it's one of my most favorite memories with him. Just like, because I mean, I'm a YouTuber, but I definitely don't have that kind of fame. And just like going to VidCon and seeing all these like fangirls run up to him, and me being like, what the heck did I get myself into? Yeah, that was probably an insane time, but it really did help me to learn how to like take charge. Like sometimes as an assistant you can't be told what to do. You're the one that's supposed, which is weird, right? Because it's like you think that's like a manager position where you're the one that's supposed to like take control of things, but no, as an assistant, like you have to be one step ahead of your boss, basically.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Have you ever kind of reflected on like your period working with Joey, Megan, and with Clevver? Because that was like a pivotal time in YouTube. Like you said, you were helping Joey kind of dealing with his lawyer, setting up his LLC, all that. Like it was really kind of like the beginning of YouTubers starting to kind of figure out the potential of how big they could take this. And you were a part of it, especially with a huge creator like Joey, who has almost 10 million subscribers now. Like, have you ever kind of looked back on that period and kind of been like, whoa, I was a part of like a really important time in YouTube?
I mean, I really have, but I think that now it's almost so foreign to me. And like I have a good relationship with them, but I don't really keep in touch. So it's one of those things where I'm like, I did that helped me get to like A, B, and C. And then, but yeah, I guess it's, for me, it's crazy because I feel like because of all the experience that I had with them, I almost feel like even though I'm like a small YouTuber, quote unquote, I don't like using that, but like uh, we're almighty. But like I feel that I almost have like credibility to do what I do. I mean, as a freelancer, I also do like consulting and I help people with their YouTube channels or their social media. And like I feel like I know what I'm talking about because I'm like, look, I've been through it since the beginning. Like I might not have a million, but like if you don't do what I do and you do this, like what I know works, but I don't always do it for myself. Like, it could work for you kind of thing. But no, I do reflect on it. I think that it mostly helped me to just, to like be a hard worker, because it's not as glamorous as everyone thinks. Being a YouTuber, a full-time YouTuber, it's a lot of work. It's like 12, 16-hour days sometimes. And that really helped me to like transition into television. Because right after actually working with Joey, I started working as a production assistant for this show on Fox called Bones.